Good morning, YouTube. Standing up posts. So exciting. So we're going to build a fence today. First step, put the posts in the holes. Second step, and what we're going to demonstrate now, is attach two handy boards. They do not have to be 11-foot long 1x6s unless it happens to be what you have around spare. One to each face of the 4x4. Then what you're going to do, you're going to grab a handy dandy level. And you're going to level it. As clumsy as possible while on YouTube. We're going to put the level up against the board, lift up the end of our support, and slide it out until the bubble hits the middle. Bubble right there. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take a stake, we're going to drive it out here, and screw this board to the stake so it won't move anymore. Now we know that this board is level going this way. And then we're going to level it that way, stake that board, and then repeat that on all four corners. Once we have four upright corners, we can then run a string line from, about here across to the other corner, to the other corner, to the other corner, to the other corner. Then we can stand up all the poles in between and have them just touch the line and pack the dirt around them. I haven't packed this one in yet, but pack the dirt around all the sides, all the sides, all the sides, and then come back and do the corners. Then you remove the braces and you're all done. We're going to demonstrate that as we go. With this hole, I'd actually cut 2 lines with a trencher, but when we remeasured everything, turns out that the lines were a little bit off, and I ended up digging a hole in one of the trenches. So what my wife is doing here is she's actually filled the hole with dirt and clods and whatnot, and she's breaking them up with a stick, and then she's adding a little bit of water to help the dirt soften up enough that the packing really gets rid of all the air pockets. And in a way, she's making her own concrete out of mud here. If we leave these braces on long enough for it to set up, this post is never ever moving again. And we will, because there's air pockets in all 4 corners. We're going to leave the 4 corners braced so that this little packing will make extra strong corners. But you may have to do this, you may not, depending on your soil type. So as you can see, I've tied up a string to the outside of the posts, and the string goes straight from this post to the next with all the other posts leaning in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up each of these posts and pack dirt around them just where the post hits the string, and that'll tell me that I've got a nice straight line in my post between here and the other corner. So this is one of the middle posts that I was just talking about. When I stand it up, I still got to use a level. Still got to put the level on it, 2 sides to make it square. Now, without an assistant, this is pretty hard, but it's not impossible. What you want to do is kind of hold it near level and then push in about half a hole's worth of dirt and get it all tamped in there with the end of your shovel or with a stick or whatever you got, and then put the level back on the post, and you can still move it a little bit. You can get it kind of shake it a little bit. You can get it to where you want it to go, and the dirt will fill in that hole, and then it'll stay level. Then fill the rest of the hole, and then jam on to the next post. YouTube, we rolled out here about 8 o'clock this morning. Got the business on this here fence. How often you hear me say this here? On this here fence. Now it's about 3:30. We worked it through. A little break in the middle. Lunch. But this post right behind my shoulder with a little broken birdhouse on top of it was the last post that I packed soil around. And the funny thing is there's a little bird. He was on top of the house when the post was leaning backwards, and he's stalking it up. So I was like, all right, I'll be gentle. Stood it up. He came back twice after I stood it up, adding more material to this broken down birdhouse. I have 2 perfectly fine birdhouses that are in the shop, ready to go. But this guy wants it now. Anyway, fence is all set up. I think I'll put a before and after drone video of the yard from this morning and then from right after this, so you can kind of see the scope of what the fence does to it. Anyway, they're there. The posts are of various lengths. It doesn't matter at this point. Over here behind me is a roll of plastic deer fence, 7.5 feet tall. Tomorrow, weather permitting, I'll be attaching it to the posts, and then we'll put on our top and bottom runner and hang a couple birdhouses for our little friend who didn't come back because I'm videoing. But anyway, think homesteading thoughts. Enjoy the little drone video, and I'll see you tomorrow.